Hi. Um, Thanks for hanging around. As I said, yeah, they've injected me. I found a hole at the crown of my head, the base of my spine, and the crown of my head, which means that they were in again last night while I slept and did it. They do this to knock out my memory. They do this to knock out my memory and also to make me physically weaker. So that I can't remember what I'm doing, what I want to do, or what I need to do, and I can't remember things that I need to remember. So, and they do it to make me weaker. I think literally they're doing it to, well, they are trying to kill me. So, and as I said, you know, regarding who the people are, and so that album's due for release in a week's time. I'm not going to play any of it now because, for one, well, for one reason is that people who hear the music on these videos seem to think that it's once they've heard it, got it on the video, they don't bother wanting to buy it in the shop. But so I'm not going to play any of it. And I'm not distributing it either on Facebook or anywhere, or on Reverb Nation or on MySpace or anywhere. I'm not going to release any of it. It's going straight to the shops, and if anyone wants it, they're going to have to buy it there. But the other reason I'm not playing any of it is because my sister, I don't know whether it's my system or the files, but something's messing the music up. Um, so, you know, each to their own system regarding music, each to their own system. You know, I don't know, you know, the file, obviously you know, I don't know why they do this. I mean, you know, it's, but so um, I'll play some other music because I'll probably get a better sound from it. So you know, and they probably inject me as well to make me feel, you know, however they want me to feel. You know, it's kind of, you know. You know, they destroyed my eyesight with their toxins. You know, they do it secretly. They do it overtly and covertly. You know, it's both explicit and secret. You know, so they're doing it in a known way, and they're doing it in an unknown way. See, they just come in at night while I'm sleeping. So sorry about these glasses. I know a lot of people don't think that they suit, but they're the only ones I've got because they broke all my other ones. They break all my glasses, you know. So and yeah, they pop the lenses out and pop the other lenses in. You know, it's like anyway. This is that the only track I've uh, uh, let's see. I'll try and get more tracks from that. I just realised my my audio system's not set up because you know, I mean, the person who had the most access to my systems from the very beginning was Smith, so has to be Smith, you know. Got a postcard from paradise, delivered by immortal hands. X marked the spot where you lay in the sun, burnt down on the sand. I sat and watched you sleeping. I wondered if I listened to you breathing. I wondered if you were sleeping, and if you were, what were you dreaming? And I fell under your spell, and I lay where I fell. So wind down your window, I think I'm gonna kiss you. I don't know what else to do. You send me postcards from paradise. Yeah, you do. I want you to stay. And the sun burnt down on the sand. You know, I should have done one of my videos with using my microphone for this today, you know. Down your window, I think I'm gonna kiss you. I don't know what else to do. So I think I'll go through that one again, just without the microphone, because I like singing it, you know. But having said that, you know, these people just torture to the degree that You know, it's hard to remember the words, even though I knew them all, you know, yesterday, so... I'm gonna smoke a cigarette first, you know. You know, it's like, you know, the way I see it, if what's happening to me is happening to other people, then the human species, they have no opportunity left. No one's going anywhere from here. I think the furthest astronaut is doomed, considering what's happening on Earth, you know. You know, I really, if anyone can understand what I'm saying. You know, what's gone on in this country, the United Kingdom, amounts to extinction of all life. You know, extinction of all life. It's not just individuals, it's everybody, you know. You know, what goes on here, what they do to me while I'm sleeping here, it's sort of unparalleled in, as I said, in all history, what they've done to me in my life, so... you know, no one's been through it to the extent, and no one's been through it to the extent, and you know, it's you know, there's really no opportunity for any redress, except that, you know, they just won't stop. They just won't stop. So, you know, they own all the buildings. They own more or less. They've got 100% of the real estate, and they're using it to torture people. You know, so. But I'm going to sing this song again, you know, and I hope it doesn't get on any, like, damn fool's nerves. I hope it doesn't get on anyone's nerves, because it's just a song that I like to sing, so, you know, I don't... You know, I've got to sing it smoking the dodgy, well, I say the dodgy, like, has anyone noticed how the tobacco now, you don't really get a pull on it anymore, it's just like a mystic smoke going through your fucking body, you know, that destroys the voice and everything, you know. see that? It's gone up a pitch so that I can't reach it. I'm not even gonna try. They've adjusted the EQ on that without me touching the thing. The computers are registering the voice the whole time. It's like, you know, it's Smith Trap, so, you know. You know how he did it, my hypothesis, you know, it's kind of my analysis, I should say, my analysis of the situation. It's been given, so you know, rock on antipsychiatry.co.uk, you know. But I want people to know that, you know, they keep me penniless the whole time, and penniless and starving and under duress of torture. So if anybody can put any money through my sites that are listed on the Facebook, you know, put some money there, because I haven't got any, you know. You know, I'd love to play my new album, but I know they'll hit the sound again before I try and play it, before I try and play it, so I can't do that, you know. You know, if I was a drug user, I'd say so what, but it's kind of, you know, the cannabis. Have you noticed that everyone smokes the female cannabis? It's like, why the female cannabis, you know? Why was it the female cannabis that turned like that, you know? You know, it's a bit like men and women. People smoke the female cannabis because they think it's the right one to smoke, but you know, it's kind of like men and women, isn't it? It's kind of, you know, now they're dividing the female cannabis into THC and CBD. Well, a long time ago, well, recently, into THC and CBD, and you know, that's like the division of cannabis into male and female. Now they're saying, you know, no THC, only CBD, and it's kind of, you know. Yeah, as a psychologist, my hypothesis is on the trivariance of effect of different drugs or medications, and uh, in particular these oils, these vaporizer pipes that are now being used. The trivariance of effect is exactly the same as it was with the 80s phenomenon of the LSD. Um, if you give the same substance to three different people, it has a trivariance of effect based upon genetics. So people with different genetics, and each genetic code is unique, notwithstanding the clone, and so people don't realise that when they're smoking cigarettes, when they're eating food, when they're taking medications, when they're taking drugs, when they're using their vaporizer, there's a trivariance of effect. It affects different substances, affect men and women differently, affect people of different genetic things. My hypothesis is, as a psychologist, that people are being targeted by manufacturers of food, drugs, medications, vaporizer oils, cigarettes, everything that will affect men and women differently, and people of different attributes differently. And depending on the chemicals that are already present in the body, will also have other trivariances of effect. So for example, I won't give an example, but anyway, that's my analysis of the modern situation, which in actual fact goes back to the last century and beyond that. So all I'm saying is that you know, when you smoke your cigarette in the room in the company of other people, and you're enjoying your cigarette or your drink or your food or whatever, when two people share it, you know, it's like, has anyone ever bought some food somewhere and they share it with their partner, and then one partner falls to sleep and the other gets as high as a kite? Here's some oils I bought. I've been smoking, you know, 35 years. I've been smoking 35 years, and I sort of, you know, and, you know, due to stresses of situations, people think they need to relax sometimes, and, you know, it's like, I don't expect this to relax me at all, and I'm not saying I'm stressed out now, but because I was injected in the crown of my head and the base of my spine while I was asleep last night, I'm going to put a drop of this smoking oil in my roll-up. If I can get the lid off, see, there was someone around earlier who's busted the lid. Well, since last night was the last time I had a smoke of it, and now the child-proof cap is jammed locked. You know, they'll try anything to disrupt, anything at all. Anything at all. They come in here and they just torture. You know, there must be sometimes about 8 of them in the room, 16 of them in the room, sometimes only one while I'm asleep. They come in, they use chloroform, anything to knock you out, inject you, and fuck up everything in your life. So you know, I don't know what they've put in this oil. I can already feel it on my fingers. It's like an LSD type substance that they've actually put in to the oil, something which affects the genetics. A kind of sugar with a kind of LSD kind of, that seems to be what they put in it, an induction of a sense of illness. You know, that's what they've done. That's what they try to do. They try to induct illness using substances, but, you know, they try to induct discomfort. They try to induct discomfort, so... You know, I'm not against tobacco, I'm not against oils, but I'm against this trivariance of effect situation where you know, because they glued my pipe together, my vaporizer that I had, they put glue in it, and when I shut it, it would never open again. And I was trying to open it, and the glass bowl smashed, and it doesn't work anymore. So, you know, it's just like the 1001 evils that they can do. They use every evil. You know, they think they are. I'll tell you who they think they are. Has anyone seen that film Grease, where there's the race between Danny Zuko and the evil bloke who tries to cheat, and they think they're the cheat in that race. They think they're the ones who use every way of trying to win the race, you know. And I'm like Danny Zuko, you know, kind of, you know, trying to do a decent job, and these people are like the evil ones, you know, trying to sabotage me the entire time. You know, it's... You know, that's the way they see it. You know, everything they've done is to try and, you know, they think they're trying to win a horse race by drugging the horse, you know. You know, drugging... They think they're trying to win a horse race by doping the other horses, you know. That really, as a psychologist, that's another one of my analyses. You know, that in their minds they see themselves as God. So, you know, it's like the Karate Kid, where Daniel's son, you know, faces hell and high water to try and, you know, survive, and ends up being like, you know, completely wasted by, you know, all and sundry, you know. And so I don't recommend anyone watch Grease or the Karate Kid, but it's just these two characters. You got Danny Zuko and Daniel, whoever his name is in the Karate Kid. That they both share my name, Daniel, and you know it's kind of they're the good guys, and you know the bad guys are against them. So you know I don't. Sorry to you know I can't help the aspect of this camera or what this oil does, or what this oil does, what this smoking oil does to the physical appearance. I can't help what what this smoking oil does to the physical appearance, and it's not the smoking oil that was sold. They doped it. As I said, They came in while I was asleep last night. There's a hole in the crown of my head and the base of my spine, and they've also doped the oil. So they want to make people look ugly and less than they are. That's what they're doing. They want to make people feel bad. They want people to die. So that's them. I could give you their address, but I'm their neighbour, so, you know. And even if I did give anyone the address, it's like there would be a barrier so thick with officials that no one would get through. So So I'm going to put some music on. I hope no one gets distracted by anything that's said in any of this music. It's not as if I agree with any of this music or the words that are said or anything else. I just like a tune and a song, so it's kind of and this is the one that really will annoy people, I suppose, because, well, it'll probably annoy, you know, but what can I do? It's like, what would people rather, you know, music that annoys, or, you know, kind of like the worst possible situation where you've just got yeah, I shouldn't really play this, I know that, but let's see if it will play. Oh, it's playing, but it's not coming out. See, that's the other thing. See, the computer system has switched off the speakers while I was talking, and it was, you know, remote computer, you know. See, they'll play this one reasonably, but they won't play mine reasonably. And maybe they won't play this one reasonably, I don't know. Take it, take it, take it. Take it, take it. Take it. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, yeah. We could get it on, yeah, we could get it on. What you want, what you want, like give it to me, baby, like boom, boom, boom. Call me rude, go, go. Call me rude, go, go. Take it, take it. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, yeah. Take it, take it, take it. Get a little crazy, get a little crazy. What you want, what you want, like give it to me, baby, like boom, boom, boom. Take it, take it, take it. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, yeah.
Coming right
Call me rude girl, go. 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 Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. Giddy up, yeah. So there's an example of a piece of music that was piped over a system that I was in front of once, and you know, as I say, I like a tune and a song, so you know, there's an image of the character that sang that song on my screen, and it's like, you know, probably no one would ever recognise her in real life, except that I say no one will recognise it. I suppose there are people that always recognise people. I suppose I'm recognisable, you know, and other people are recognisable. But here's another issue. Has anyone ever noticed how women are masters of disguises? They're always doing their hair and doing their makeup and putting on different clothes, and it's like, you know, it's like, how does anyone know which woman is which woman? You know, men don't do that and tend to look exactly the same from day to day, but, you know, women, they're like masters of disguises, and as a psychologist, I'm sort of interested in that difference between men and women, you know. And I don't know if I can get away with this for too long. It's like, you know. You know, I can sing along to the last one. I don't think I'll get away with singing along to this. I prefer to do my jokes to this song, but, you know, it's kind of... Here's another song. I won't say anything about it, having noticed what happened to what happens. You know, so anybody out there listening to music with words, I suppose, and meanings, I suppose, you know, there's people might consider. I often consider what's being sung and the meaning of it and everything, you know. But at the end of the day, pop music, it's people say and carry on exactly as they want to. So, you know, it's like I'm as aware as anybody else that the music industry is, I've no idea really why or how. You know, I suppose each person just, you know, tries to come up with something, you know, but whoever wrote that song, I don't know if it was the artist or a songwriter, or whether, you know, who put it together, you know, it's like who produced it or how it was made. It may have all been the artist. The whole thing could have been the artist. I just wish some of my music would sound the way it was when it was recorded, you know. It's all sabotaged, you know, and play that and it's like audible. But I play my own and they shifted the pitch and they shifted the tempo and they've moved the drums. They shifted the drum beat so it's all out of tempo. You know, they do that with a computer, you know. How did I describe it earlier on my Facebook? I said psycho audio torture, and that's the effect it has on me when they interfere with my music. When they shift my perfect pitch, my perfect timing, my perfect tuning and everything, when they just fuck it up, when they destroy the content by shifting the time, by slowing it down, speeding it up, shifting the pitch, moving the drum beats around, moving the guitar notes around, you know, it's so soul destroying. Considering that I've been a musician now, or well, I've been a musician all my life, and for them to do it to me at this late at the stage that I'm at now, that for them to do it to me, it's soul destroying, you know. So. Like that artist, so far as I can see, that's their biggest hit. That song I've just played. In the case of myself, I've had hundreds of biggest hits, and all they do is destroy them. So, using the methods that I've just described. So, you know, and I'm refusing to play the new album until it comes out. And if it sounds like shit, you know that it's been sabotaged. When I say biggest hits, I suppose a hit means, you know, a hit has to reach an audience, I suppose. So what happens is the person's sitting there and all of a sudden is hit with an image and a sound, and they either like it or they don't. But whether they like it or not depends upon whether it's in tune, it's at the tempo that it was recorded at, that it's correctly, that the pitch remains you know, that everything's perfect according to the original production. So where things are sabotaged, the music doesn't sound the way it's supposed to. So you know, it's, you know, balance of sound. It's, you know, I've been I should say I've been an audio engineer for as long as I've been a musician, and you sort of develop an acute sense of acoustics, and, you know, an acute sense of acoustics, and I think everybody's got that sense of acoustics, and somewhere along the line, and so now I actually found some music on my other data storage units, but the storage units themselves have been repetitively virused locally, and, you know, but it's like you know, I'd love to switch them on and replug my system and try and play some music that I wanted people to hear that maybe they haven't heard. But as I say, I'm subject to sabotage the whole time. I'm subject to sabotage the whole time, and it would take up time, and people might get bored and switch off, and you know, so you know, I want to take down all the comments that I've made on my Facebook, but if I take them down, no one will know the truth, so anyway, you know, one thing they do is they block the mouse from working, you know. It's like, you know, what is it they want people to buy? What music are they trying to sell, you know? It's about the egos of men and women. It's about the egos of men and women. It's like less to do with the money or the music or anything else. It's to do with the egos of men and women. They just, you know, they'd rather destroy what I do so that they can look good. It's got nothing to do with quality of art or anything else. You know, they, you know, having failed to achieve their goals as with their violence, they move into, you know, people who have spent their whole lives being violent suddenly want to achieve through, you know, anything they can, and it's like, how can you be a sensitive artist when you've been violent all your life? And this is what these criminal gangster underworld people sort of, this is their ambition, to go from being murderers to being popular as artists, and it doesn't really work, you know. It would be like, you know, Reggie Cray singing Frank Sinatra, you know. I'm not sure I got the metaphor right there, but but it's close to home sort of a analogy, you know. So I'm actually waiting for one of the drives to sort itself out so that it gets through. It's formatted with an MS-DOS format, and it seems to take a while to get through to the OS. Plus, they were in last night, so there's no knowing what they've done to it. I've been working with a virus killer for a couple of hours on it, on my system, you know. So here's a word of advice for anyone. If you open one of your directories on your computer and you notice that files are missing or that the directory is completely empty, don't make the mistake of deleting the directory, because the files could still be in there. And I don't mean just that they could be hidden, I mean that they could still be in there but just not showing. So, you know, keep your empty directories that once contained data, because you may find later on that the files do appear in the directory. Or not. So see this directory here, I transferred, you know, a lot of data to it, and it's not showing any of the data that I transferred, but I know it's there because I know it's there, but it's not showing. So see, but if the directory is deleted, you've got no chance of getting that data back. So I'm going to try and play this piece of music now, and I hope it can. If it doesn't sound right, I'm going to switch it off. It's one of my tracks, but if they sabotaged it, then it's already they've miskeyed the you know, they've miskeyed it, so they've miskeyed one of the they've miskeyed one of the lines, so New York, New York. Yeah, they've miskeyed it, so yeah, it's really annoying. I mean, you know, well, you know, if you want to live in the death age, love, you know. You know, appreciation of music, you know, I've spent my whole life in appreciation of music. You know, it's kind of, to get to the point where I'm a complete master of it, and have people, you know, destroying it left, right and centre, it kind of, it's more than upsetting. It's, as I said, it's soul destroying, and, you know, not only that, it means that, you know, people think that I'm not real, so you know, the world's full of ignorant, illiterate people, you know, stupid, idiot, full, you know, stupid, idiot, evil people. The world's full of evil, illiterate, ignorant people, and they just cannot learn from the spoken word, you know. Or from anything, you know, or from anything. You know, and it's egos. It's the egos of, You know, people that have killed lots of people, you know. You know, why don't they want it? I've tried to understand it in all sorts of ways, you know. It's like, you know, I'm English, you know, I'm white English, okay? Alright, I already know that the people claiming to be my family never ever were. And I mean biogenetically, never ever were my family, ever. So I'm something that my real family will never know. You know, certainly I wasn't meant to be with these ignorant, illiterate pigs, as I refer to them, because and that more or less is, you know, I'm English, white English. I've lived 50 years in this country. You know, it's like, I've lived 50 years in this country. I know everything. So, and they're trying to destroy what I know. They're trying to destroy my memory of what I know, you know. They're trying to destroy my memory of what I know, so. You know, I know everything. And I've said so. And they destroy what I say. So, at the end of the day, when I'm dead, none of you will know anything that I know. Except you'll have your own ignorant, except that you'll have your own stupid minds to contend with, you know. Or should I say, the people who are jeopardising my situation as I've described, none of them will ever know. They'll have their own ignorant minds to contend with, you know. I've said what the problem is loads of times, and you know, the people that are trying to kill me, they'll have their own ignorant minds to contend with. It don't, you know, they don't know what I know. They can't do what I do. They've used everything from spying to drugging to try to, you know, if I come up with a memory of anything within the last 50 years, do you think they've got any way of neurally capturing it or triggering it? Because I'm a 50-year-old memory bank that you are trying to sabotage. Someone is trying to sabotage. And a 15-year-old black kid could try and rob me or kill me. The false family are basically a bunch of criminals. Talk and act like a bunch of fucking evil lunatics. Little red Corvette. I'm sorry about that. That had to happen on film. I'm just winding someone up. You know, she's about 5'4", red hair, and she locks people up and tortures them. So, Except now she's got two wigs. A long blonde one like a mermaid and a short black one. I bought her them both. But how are you supposed to treat a person who locks people up and tortures them, you know? You know, if you disrespect them, you know, if you disrespect them, they lock you up and torture you. So, like, what do, you know? You know, they're prison fucking guards. Like this family that has captured me for 50 years of my life, they are torturers. They lock people up and kill them. That's the false family. You know, Sidney Wells was a butler in a French chateau. Run off with the French royal baby, which was me, so... Except, as they say in the Rob Zombie song, I'd be American because... God So, you know, it's like, you know, these people are evil. They're in the UK. They're the most evil people in the world. You know, these days, I mean, the fact is that, I mean, the thing is, they could fool anybody into thinking they are anything. over time, because now it's reached the stage of illegal genetic therapy, and they can literally mute or unmute any attribute to make any person think that they're fucking anything. But it's like AC talks about the magical memory. Now, what's the real memory and what's the magical memory? Well, you know, it's like, you know, so that's, you know, that's the truth, you know. Sidney Wells was a butler in a French chateau, and, you know, Roger Wilson the Elder, God knows where he came from. You know, which is to say, I've no idea who any of these people are who claim to have a connection to me. None of them do. None of them are real. I've never been them. You know, they've tried to set me up. Because I'm the French king. And that's the truth, so... And I've spent 50 years in this terrible place called the UK, you know. And they've seen to it that I don't hardly know, that I can't, they've seen to it that I can't speak French, so... Well, you know, I guess, you know, the French got, you know, I don't know for how long the French have not had it, have not accepted that they've had a monarchy, but you know, you know, un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, you know? Uno, dos, tres. Fuck. You know, I speak English. English is the only language that I'm competent in. You know, what's the point of me hanging out with someone who doesn't speak English? Such as an African or a... You know, there's no company in silence as far as I'm concerned. There's no company in silence. And my experience in the UK, I may as well have been sitting in silence because there's no one capable of a conversation in this country at all, you know. There's no one capable of a conversation at all. All they talk is shit in this country. I think it's nous parlez shit or vous parlez shit or something like that in French. Multilinguists are not masters of fucking anything as far as I'm concerned, unless they fucking are, I don't know. You know, does anyone understand genetics in every language in the world? I wouldn't have thought so. You know, and some bloke who doesn't know the next thing apart from where to buy his fucking cannabis could kill a person in this country, be regarded as a fucking someone, while the dead person who's a fucking intelligent. You know, it's kind of, you know, it's like, it's like, well, goals, functions, you know, who the fuck knows anything? I'm a 50-year-old data bank. Why do they want to kill that? Do they even know what a data bank is, or do they just think of a bank full of money? Do they just want to smash my head open and think they got, like, what do they think? M&Ms are going to fall out of my head and that, you know, they'll be rich once they smash my head in, you know? Anyway, I'll show you, I'll demonstrate now I'll demonstrate now the secret of Chan Cam Lee. Fucking hell. I'll demonstrate now. Come on, computer. Who don't want it? I may be as Chinese as anything else. The secret of Chan Cam Lee. The sunny palm. The sunny palm. The cloudy palm. God almighty. Sun. Cloud. God almighty. Sun. Cloud. That is the secret of Chan Cam Lee.